Hello everyone, I am Varun Gupta and you are watching Natural English and this is Verbal Ability Capsule 24th, your sure short guide to learn natural words, natural phrases, natural collocations, natural English. My sister dreads the idea of missing out on disruptive trends in music, but I grew out of all that nonsense quite a while ago. Now let us look at interesting, useful phrases here. The first one is to dread the idea. Dread basically means to fear, to be afraid of something. But please understand, dread is not followed by any preposition. We dread the idea, we do not dread from the idea, we dread the idea. To be afraid of just the thought of something. When some idea terrorizes you, makes you afraid, then you dread the idea. I dread the idea of being sick. In these COVID-19 times, everybody dreads the idea of being sick. She always dreaded the idea that she would lose her job. She had a particular phobia that she would lose her job. The job will not continue to be available to her. This was the dreadful idea she had. She always dreaded this idea. She always was afraid of this particular idea. The next phrase today is disruptive trend. This is basically a collocation. Disruptive is made up of disrupt, something which creates a new change is disruptive. Disruptive trends, when trends are fresh. Changes in the present trend so that very different things happen, then we have some disruptive trends coming up. As we all know that this coronavirus has definitely brought some new disruptive trends. Long working hours are responsible for very disruptive trends in home life. Home life was very different earlier when majority of people had 10 to 5 jobs. But nowadays we have long working hours and therefore the home life has got a lot of disruptive trends. New trends are coming up which are totally different from the earlier home life. So long working hours have changed the entire home life. NEP, the new education policy, is going to promote vernacular languages. Vernacular languages like Hindi in central India, like Tamil in Tamil Nadu, like Kannada in Karnataka. These are vernacular languages, languages commonly spoken in a particular region. So NEP is going to promote vernacular languages at the cost of English. Many thinkers view this as a disruptive trend. Many thinkers view that this is going to change the entire scenario, entire milieu, entire atmosphere completely. This will be a new trend which will totally change the entire atmosphere. Grew out of. To grow out of basically means to come out of something. To be able to get out of something. When you have grown out of something, that means you have become more matured and those habits have fallen behind. Now you don't do that. Most children who stammer grow out of it when they grow up. A very interesting sentence because it has got two grow phrasal verbs, grow up and grow out of. Most children, that means the majority of children who stammer means haklana. When somebody is unable to speak with fluency, he stammers. So many children who stammer, they grow out of it when they grow up. After becoming senior, they do not stammer anymore. They grow out of it, they come out of it, they are able to get out of this particular habit. Children have the best chance to grow out of their insufficiency when their parents and teachers are positive. Children may have some insufficiencies, so they will grow out of it. The chances will improve of their growing out of it when their parents and teachers have got a positive behavior, a positive outlook towards them. If parents are positive, if teachers are positive, then children are easily growing out of their shortcomings. They are easily able to grow out of insufficiencies if everybody is positive around. Quite a while. Quite a while basically means rather a long time. Quite a while, quite a long time, sufficiently long time. They puzzled over the question for quite a while. They puzzled over the question. There was a question given to them and it puzzled them. It troubled them. It confused them. They kept on thinking over this question for a very long time. For rather a longer time than normal. I haven't seen him for quite a while. I haven't seen him. I have not seen him. I have not met him for quite a while. It basically means normally we meet this much time, but this time it has been a longer time than usual that I have not been able to meet him. Missing out on is a revision. In an earlier capsule we had studied this. To miss out on means to lose an opportunity to do or have something. You can do something enjoyable, you can have something, but if you lose the opportunity of doing that or having that, then you are missing out on something. We will be repeating the questions later, so you won't miss out. That means the questions will be repeated after some time. So you won't miss out, you will not miss out. Even if you are unable to attend a particular session, even in that situation, you will not miss out because questions will be repeated later. He narrowly missed out on the world record. Narrowly, that means by a very narrow margin. He was quite close, but he missed out on the world record. He could have created the world record, but he narrowly missed it out. He was not able to create a world record by a very, very narrow margin. Let's look at the complete sentence, dear friends. My sister dreads the idea of missing out on disruptive trends in music, but I grew out of all that nonsense quite a while ago. Disruptive trends in music. Now music, after every 5 or 10 years, faces new trends, new disruptive trends. Now these trends totally change the entire scenario of music. So these are disruptive trends, and my sister always dreads the idea of missing out on disruptive trends. So she always makes it a point that she should follow every possible new music album so that she may not miss out on something. But I grew out of all that nonsense quite a while ago. But many years ago, quite a long time ago, I have been able to come out of this nonsense. So speaker here feels that trying to follow every possible musical trend so that you may not miss out on something is a nonsensical activity, because world is changing so fast that one just can't keep track of everything. So the speaker says that this is nonsensical. I was also nonsensical in my childhood, but now I have been able to come out of it, but my sister is still in this nonsensical mania. Second sentence today. My passion for Indian food comes in phases. Sometimes I'll go over the top and eat it 5 nights in a row. Then I'll completely go off it for a month. The first one here is passion for. When you have passion for something, you have a very powerful emotion for something. A very, very powerful feeling or emotion is passion. She inherited a passion for music from her grandfather. Inherited. When we take something from our parents or grandparents or great-grandparents, then we have inherited it. We take this thing or habit from our family. So she inherited a passion for music from her grandfather. Her grandfather also had a passion for music, and the same passion for music was in her personality also. She got it in the family. Sunil has a passion for science fiction. Stories, novels based on scientific imagination are science fiction. So Sunil has a passion for science fiction. Sunil is in love to read science fiction. The next one here is to come in phases. Very interesting. Something comes in phases when you have many phases or intervals of different intensities. Sometimes a lot of intensity, then less intensity, then no intensity, then you are having it in phases, and these phases are having a lot of different levels, different stages, different perceptions. There are many major projects which will come in phases over a number of years. Many major projects which will come in phases over a number of years. That means in quite many years, quite a few years, many major projects are going to come in phases. One will come, two will come, three will come, and so on. They will come in phases. The various shades of his persona. Persona is personality. How you think, how you behave, what you read, what you do is all your persona. Shades of the persona. Personality may have many habits, many eccentricities, many norms of behavior, many beliefs, right? All these are shades of persona. So the various shades of his persona come in phases. That means there comes a phase when one shade is very much visible. Then comes another phase where another shade is very much visible. There is another word for this particular behavior. We call it monomania. Then you have a mania for some time, then you have another mania, then you have another mania. So your persona comes in phases. The next one, dear friends, is go over the top. When you go over the top, it basically means you cross all reasonable limits. It's becoming excessive. When you are much more than limits, much more than reasonable limits, you are excessive, then you have gone over the top. His jokes are always in such bad taste. He can't be funny without going over the top. He can't be funny, he cannot generate fun without crossing all reasonable limits, without being excessive, and therefore his jokes are always in such a bad taste. His jokes do not leave a good taste afterwards. When you listen to his jokes, something bad comes in your mind, right? You don't enjoy that totally because he is always crossing all reasonable limits. There are some comments which are not good. I think he realized he had gone over the top with the seating arrangements. I think he realized. I think that he had got the idea about his mistake, that he had gone over the top. He had become very much excessive with the seating arrangements. The seating arrangements had crossed all reasonable limits. They were excessive, and this feeling was there in his mind also. It is what I think. In a row. When you do something in a row, you do it continuously without any break. I read 4 novels in a row. I read 4 novels continuously. The team has chalked up its 5th win in a row. 5th win in a row. Continuously the team has been able to gain, arrange, manage, achieve 5th win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches were won by the team continuously. This is the 3rd Sunday in a row that it has rained. It has rained on the 1st Sunday, then 2nd Sunday, and then this 3rd Sunday in a row without a break of Sunday. Go off something. Now go off something means to avoid something completely. When you go off it, you avoid it completely. Many women go off coffee during pregnancy. When pregnancy occurs, women are advised by doctors that don't consume a lot of coffee. So many women totally avoid coffee during this important phase of life. At what time do you go off duty? When you avoid your duty, when you are not in charge of duty. At what time do you go off duty? That means you avoid your duty completely. You are not bound to be on duty at what particular time. The complete sentence, dear friends. My passion for Indian food comes in phases. I've got a very strong emotion for Indian food. But this always comes in phases. That means I have different phases about my passion for Indian food. Sometimes I'll go over the top. Sometimes I cross all limits, become excessive, and eat it 5 nights in a row. That means 5 dinners in a row are of Indian food only. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all evenings, all nights, I'll consume only Indian food. And then I'll completely go off it for a month. And then a phase comes when for a complete month, I avoid Indian food completely. So please understand that this is a sentence by some foreigner he is in love with Indian food, but sometimes he totally goes off it. We can assume what might have happened. After eating for 5 nights, the great red chili of India might have played its own role, and then this person might be required to go off it for a month. Okay, dear friends, keep on watching, keep on making notes, and keep on using these phrases in your own English. Because please understand, when you frame your own sentences, then these phrases are a part of your own vocabulary. So keep on watching, keep on making notes, keep on using them, and keep on growing in life. When you learn natural English, undoubtedly you grow in life and career. Thank you, all the best, enjoy, have a nice time.